All right. Can everybody hear me? Can you guys hear me? No? We're good to go? All right. I don't know, man. I don't know what is going on with these microphones. Every time I try to, it says they're connected. It says everything is good. It's every time it's a new device. I don't know what the F is going on. But now I have a new streaming device. Today we're going to test and see if this... Today we're going to test and see if the stream works without crashing. So, it's a beta test day. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Got to kind of jump right into what we're working on today because the systems are off. We're refreshing today. Let me just say a quick good morning to everybody. So I stopped at Ian. Good morning, Ian. What up, Baz? Psychedelics, good to see you. Mr. 420, thank you so much. Appreciate it. What up, Bernie? Silent Film Day. Yes, exactly. That's the style of today's live. It's an artistic... anyways, I'll be quiet now. What up, Bulldog? Good morning. Pitts Place, good morning. Cheers, everybody. Neil, good morning. Thank you. Thank you. Cabs, good to see you. Good morning, JC. Happy Saturday to you. And what's up, Habitual? Good morning. Happy coffee. Cheers, everybody. What's up, Bingus? Good morning. Refresh Saturday. You're more enthusiastic than I am. I'm not excited. Cheers, everybody. So, how's everybody doing today? It's Saturday. Thank you to everyone that came to hang out on the on Grow and Grind's channel, on Mary's channel yesterday for the calibration corner. That was so much fun. Always a good conversation. Always fun to connect with people in the community. So, if you guys haven't already, go sub up to her channel, Grow and Grind. I'll post the link to her channel. I have my phone here. Good morning, Doyle. It's so good to see you. Cheers. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing good. Good morning, everybody. All right, so we'll do the tent tour later. The garden. I am emptying the systems right now. So this system is completely empty. Like completely empty. I'm just making water right now, and then I've got that system back there. And it's almost empty. I just got to empty the main res. I actually successfully was able to take each bucket and literally just dump it into my 5-gallon bucket while lifting the plant up and just carrying it like this and then dumping the water out. So every bucket is like empty, not a little bit of water, fully empty. My expensive package was delivered to someone else. Oh no, no! Habitual, what are you gonna do? Do you have to go to, I don't know, do you have neighbors? So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to also adjust the settings on this camera. It looks so bright. I don't know. Anyways, this is a new streaming device. I've had challenges with my phone. You guys know how many times did the stream crash yesterday? Like 10? So fingers crossed today goes smoothly, and hopefully it all goes well. But yeah, that sucks. What'd you order? Anytime somebody says that I expect vinyl, I'm like, yeah, what was it? Alright, and don't forget, I haven't scheduled it yet because now I'm trying to figure out proper ways to do a stream. So I think I'm going to be using like a third-party streaming service for After Dark tonight. That way, you know, when Bernie's sharing his plants, we can go full screen so you guys can properly see what he's got growing on, and likewise for myself. So, I haven't scheduled the live yet, but don't forget, After Dark is tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I also have a pretty big unboxing to do. You guys always ask about what kind of edibles I have, so the company that I buy from, they actually sent me a box of every single item in their product lineup. even the shroom gummies, like everything. So we're gonna go through it all tonight, and I'll have a promo for you guys, a promo code if you guys want 50% off your order. But it's not like I don't get anything out of it, it's for you guys. Yeah, get a P.O. box, Habitual. Seriously, I gotta get one too, but they're so expensive, honestly. Anyways, so yes, where were we? I need to just empty my system over here. I'm gonna go get my 5-gallon buckets. I'll be right back. Then we can get started. Working on emptying my system. Yes, party time came out, exactly. So yeah, hang on. Okay, sorry. Just getting myself organized. Alright. Why can't she stream in full screen? Because, Galaxy, I repurpose the content for other things like Instagram videos. And so, if I make it full screen, then I can't. It's not the right aspect ratio. Emergency alert. Environment Canada has issued a marine tornado warning for this mobile coverage area. Take cover immediately if threatening weather approaches. I just got an emergency alert right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a P.O. box. It's just expensive. Is a dehumidifier, a phone case, some fancy dental dog treats, and a pair of smart glasses. I mean, smart glasses? That sucks! That would be so cool for like your YouTube videos and stuff. What up, Highlander? Alright, sorry. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, this is the tomato buckets. I'm going to just turn these lights down here. And I'm going to empty out what's left in the res. What? Everything looks yellow. I swear my garden is not yellow, but it looks yellow on this camera. I'm using a new device and the camera coloring is kind of weird, but I swear everything's green, I promise. Yeah, the color is off. Like my face, I look like I'm ill. Anyways, whatever. I think it's, you know what? I think it's the saturation or something is, anyways, I'll bring you guys closer. So I'm just gonna put the pump on for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever, so that it can just drain. It's not gonna actually run for 20 minutes, but. All right, so I've drained every bucket. Each bucket kind of has, I don't know, about 1.5 inches of water, or 1 inch of water in the bottom, making it like a shallow water culture, I guess. So I empty the bottom of each bucket so that there's nothing left in the bottom, so that the system is as empty as I'm going to get it. Yeah, I think the phone can't figure it out. Like if oh, there we go. Maybe that's, if I focus on the background, then it's better, but then I'm darker, but at least it's better. But then if I focus on myself, then it's like everything goes yellow and pale. No, even since I got here, even since I got in the grow tent. So, today's plan, we are going to empty these systems and then add new water, fresh nutrients. Watching while twerking. What's up, Rose? Good morning. Happy Saturday. I like the dark version. I don't know if I can keep it that way. I keep trying to focus on the background, so it's a little moodier, right? The dark version. I like it. Maybe later you can figure out. Yeah, so what happened was, I'll tell you guys. So when I got my cell phone, the plan had like a promotion where you get a free Google Pixel. But it's like, this was like years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So it's an old Pixel, but it's brand new in the box. And I was always planning on selling it. Hang on one sec, sorry. I was always planning on selling it. And then I realized, well, I could use this as my streaming device if it works. So fingers crossed it works, because I opened the box and now if I try to sell it, it's going to be a lot less value. Empty. I've reconnected this one. I don't know what is going on. Why is my... Okay, talk about negative air pressure. I got these heavy duty magnets to close my grow tent properly, and now that it's closed properly, I told you guys that negative air pressure, you'll see your tent sucking in. It's, yeah, it's... I guess because it's closed properly now, it's really, we got some good negative air pressure. Good morning, Rolling Fatties. According to my records, oh, thanks, Grumpy, appreciate you. We made it to the weekend. What's up, Fred? Yeah, whatever that means. It's true. There is no weekend here, really. All right, I'm going to turn down my exhaust. There is so much negative air pressure because my tent is closed properly that the floor is inflating. Like the floor is sucking in. I've worn dicky pants and shorts since I started working as a motorcycle mechanic in '99. That's awesome. I love that, rolling fatties. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's so crazy. Wow. I was like, what is going on with the floor? Am I still high from yesterday or what the? Yeah, I just turned down the exhaust and I'll turn on my intake a little bit. That should help kind of level out the pressure. I like your keratin style tip. What's keratin style? You know, you like my braids? Is that what we're talking about? Anyways. All right. Also need to fix this. Now they get negative pressure. I mean, I think this is like double negative pressure. What's up, Hash? Good morning. Yeah, I don't know. I guess these magnets are so heavy duty. I'm just using them temporarily until I can fix the zipper in my tent. And now that the tent is closed properly, it's like, yeah. I was like, why is my tripod shaking? And it's because the floor is not inflating, but you know. Anyways. What's up, Wassman? Good morning. What's up, Andy? What's up, Rick? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, the tent has a door. All right, let me get this out of the grow tent. I can't even open the grow tent properly because of the, what's my dream vacation? This is my vacation. Exactly, Habitual. You're looking at it. All right, so, let me get these. I can't even get the magnets off to open the tent. That's how heavy duty they are. I bought magnets for sticking like power tools and stuff that have weight to them. do the math right now, I only know how many times per minute. Every 1 to 3 minutes. Also, oh, 2 more things that I have to update you guys on. I set up a hygrometer outside the grow tent in the basement, so I know exactly what the environment is. I set up one of those little Go-V hygrometers. It just tells you the temperature and humidity. Have a great day, Rollin' Fatties. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry if I missed anybody. Thanks, Ken, before the storm. Appreciate it. My tent has a window. So does mine. Mine has a couple, but I never use them. Sorry if I missed anybody. Happy Saturday, MK. Good morning. How many times an hour should you change the air in your tent? Well, a lot. More than 10, that's for sure. Yeah, so if it's every 1 to 3 minutes, there's 60 minutes in an hour, so 60 times, right? So you need to bring in fresh air and remove it 60 times within 1 hour. And that's like on the high rate. You can also do every 3 minutes, but I think that's correct, right? Seeing you move those jugs gives me flash to water my own garden. Oh my god. What's up, Les? Good morning. Happy Saturday. Scrub my air with carbon as well. Smart. I don't know what it said, habitual, but thank you. Good morning, everybody. So, do I run CO2? Yeah, I just yap all day long in the grow tent, and then there's the CO2. All right, I'm going to fill the systems with water now, and then we're going to add our nutrients. Vinny, I'm working on a new setup. I'm working on getting access, like a line from the water line, from the RO system with a valve, so that I can just fill my system up directly. I'm also working on getting a drain, like a pump specifically to drain, so that I don't have to carry my 5-gallon buckets anymore, so that the refresh is all done through various pumps and lines feeding out of the grow tent. I'm really trying to make this so that I don't break my back, so that I can do this for many years to come. If I keep going the way I'm going, there's a strong chance that, you know, in like 10 years from now, my back will be so screwed up that I'll have a lot of trouble carrying things, right? So got to think about the future now. The future is now. I'm in the process of saving Fubi Choy seeds and Tatsoi seeds. There's an abundance. I'll send some. I'll never say no. Thank you so much, Les. She's a gas pilot on the hot water heater. CO2 should be about 600 easily. Every time I was in my grow tent, my CO2 was around 800, 900. But I need to do a hard reset on my pulse. So I was looking it up yesterday because there's a couple of aspects that don't work. I'm not getting a CO2 reading. So anyways, so I did a few things this morning. Obviously, I made my water. I set up my hygrometer outside in the middle of my basement, that and kind of closer to the area where the air is being pulled in, the intake. What did you grow to sell? No, I'm not growing to sell. I'm growing for own personal consumption. So I'm going to go to my GoV app. There's like a little hub that connects to Wi-Fi, and then it tells you your climate. So it's actually not bad. My lung room right now, because thank you, Rose. Yeah, you know what? I'm really trying to figure out, there's always a better way, and you want to work smarter, not harder, right? So if I have the proper things set up, or the proper processes implemented, then doing a refresh would be so much easier, right? So the environment right outside the grow tent is not bad at all. It is definitely manageable, and I'm actually probably more fortunate than a lot of other people because I'm not dealing with heat or cold. What's up, Mia? Good morning. Happy Saturday. So 23.9 degrees Celsius is the temperature outside my grow tent, and 64.5 is the humidity outside my grow tent where the air is being pulled in. So it's not that bad. Like if that were the environment inside my grow tent, that would be around, I think that's around 72 degrees. So the VPD would be a little too low, I think, and the humidity is a little too high, right? So that's why we've got the dehumidifier here. But I'm really excited to set up the Hydrone and the Terraform because those are going to regulate for me based on my target VPD. Whereas, you know, I'm not really worrying about my VPD. I'm more concerned about my humidity and my temperatures. And my dehumidifier, it's like a, you know, the days I do IPM, I gotta turn it a little bit higher or lower, I guess, 30% humidity as the target, because by the time it, you know, removes the humidity from under the grow over here, it's around like 50% humidity. So if I set this to 30%, over there is like 50%, right? Because you've got all the plants and stuff. So every day I'm like, was it yesterday? I had to get up at 3 in the morning. It's been twice this week where I've had to get up in the middle of the night in the pitch black and just like feel for the dehumidifier and empty it in the middle of the night, because I'm really trying to avoid any kind of swings, any kind of temperature swings, humidity swings. I'm trying to keep everything as, you know, perfect as possible. I just posted pictures on the Discord of my bathroom. Okay, wait, what? Okay, that sounds funny. That comes off as funny. Grumpy says, I just posted pictures of my bathroom, and habitual response saying, Grumpy, that's friggin' magical. I'm like, I don't want to know what you sent a picture of your bathroom. I'm just joking. Probably plants in your bathroom. Plants. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let's go put water in the system. And I also need to... Alright, I'm going to go look at it. Also, I should share, I'm collecting gallons of water daily via my dehumidifier. Right? I think it's also the summer, right? It's obviously more humid. That's your bathroom? What? Grumpy, you can grow? What are you talking about? Wow. That's beautiful. It's a plant oasis. I don't know if you guys can see that. I guess it's not really focusing on it, but anyways. I bet it does, Grumpy. Alright. Let's get some water in here. So I need 12 gallons per bucket. I will have the full amount shortly. I'm making the last few gallons right now. So we're going to do this side first because this side's been off longer. And then we'll do a tent tour at the end of the live because I'd like to finish this first. bring you guys a little closer. Yeah, Grumpy, sometimes we work so hard at things, and it feels like no matter how hard you're working, things aren't working out, but you just gotta keep at it. And I don't know, sometimes when things are wrong with my garden, I have to like take a step back and think about it. I don't know, just think about everything, every aspect of my environment. Good morning, CB Tree. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the jungle. I'm just refreshing my buckets. Not all strong plant. Yes. So yeah, tonight's after dark. I think we're going to be cutting clones too, which will be fun. I have my TFBT. Oh, that's awesome, CB. I hope you like it. I'm resetting my entire buckets again using the formula recommended by Dynagrill. Awesome. Keep us posted, Rose. So yeah, I'm gonna make this like a weekly thing for the most part, unless something comes up where I can't. Like I've skipped it before when I hurt my back or whatever. But I try not to because, again, there's a lot of buildup, and the only way to really get rid of the old stuff is get rid of it completely and start fresh. And the more frequently you do that, the cleaner you'll keep your system, right? So, good morning, Germinator. I don't know if you've been here before. I think you were here earlier, right? I think I just said hi. Excuse me if I forgot to say hi to everyone. But the good news is I've got more. Woo! Just stop talking. I got more cucumbers growing. Woohoo! I can't wait. My raised beds are old peat moss, perlite, peckerton, rice balls, and cocoa. Mine's just soil. You guys, I gotta show you the newest zinnia that opened today. Wow. So freaking nice. I want to take you guys for an outdoor update, but it's really rainy and gross outside. I also have to clean out the vacuum. I have to bring it back in here. Make sure I keep everything clean. I've got a busy, today's going to be a full day for me in the grow tent. Some days I spend full days, and I might hit you up because I got a new hydroponic and I have no clue what to do. Oh, awesome, CB Tree. I mean, I'll help however I can. I'm still learning myself, so. But yeah, reach out anytime. Actually, CB Tree, you're in Canada. Well, actually, I'll message you about it. But anyways. Yeah, reach out, and if I can help, I will. I don't know much. All I know is all the F-ups I've made and what not to do. So I can share that with you. That's pretty much what these lives are. Fill the next one up. Actually, I'll wait. I'll do transfer this one. No, I'll fill. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I'm just waiting for the water to finish because I'm making water right now. I use RO water, just so you guys know. A lot of people think that I buy the distilled water because I'm using bottles. It rained last night and messed up one of my after dark plants. Oh no! That sucks, Highlander. I want to show you guys the zinnias that opened up today. This one I showed you yesterday, but it just keeps on getting more and more vibrant. That's the Bernary's Giant Orange. It's so beautiful. I don't even like orange that much, but like it's so nice. And then the tips are like yellow and the inside is almost like a deeper red. It's stunning. And it hasn't even opened fully yet. And then look at this one. I think this is the Bernary's Giant, the same variety, except I think this is the purple. Bernary's Giant Purple. So it's almost open. Not fully yet. It's going to get nice and big. So that's the Bernary's Giant Purple. And then I've got, look how cute these are. Les gave me these seeds. These are Northern Lights Linaria. They remind me of a prettier version of Baby's Breath. I'm not a fan. I think Baby's Breath is kind of dumb, but it's like a nice filler, I guess. And this is Northern Lights Linaria. I did, Grumpy Bulldog. I shared it on the live like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, Northern Lights Linaria. They're like, I don't know, maybe kind of like a little Snapdragon-ish. And then I've got my first Black Dahlia opening up. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. I have so many Japanese beetles, it's insane. And then that's the zinnia bed. It's huge. And I don't have any other pictures of the garden. Yeah, that's it. Crazy, right? When I worked at the florist, we would smack the crap out of the flowers to make them. Oh, wow. That's that's one way to do it. That was me yesterday. I was like waving my hand across the canopy, just like going like this, because I had to flick off all the Japanese beetles. Flicking them off like this doesn't work. You gotta like really agitate the plants, and it was like, talk about strength or wind training or whatever you want to call it. All right, I need a little bit more water. I'm gonna go get my other 5-gallon jug. Magnets are so freaking strong. Yeah, honestly, what a game changer. These magnets are so heavy duty. I'm in Sask visiting family. We're going out for lunch. Have a great day. Enjoy your lunch, CB. It works when you need to open them. Interesting. All right, let's get some water in this system over here. So I need 12 gallons. After dark, plants smell so strong already. I'm like, damn. Also, my green tower totally wilted today, which sucks. Did you guys find that you need to add a lot more newts when using RO? No. Because of my system, I'm always using around half the recommended amount. Okay. I have to go get a couple of things. So my pH up that I ordered a few days ago, the order got canceled because I think General Hydroponics is just going to be like no longer in Canada. So I had to buy some other pH up. How do you pollinate your plants indoors? Electric toothbrush for the ones that need it. You actually use more newts because there's nothing in it. What's up, Farmer Chaz? Good morning. I guess, yeah, because but I mean, like, I'm not using what the bottle recommends. I'm using half the recommended amount. Farmer Chaz, your strawberry green stalk is so beautiful. Looks awesome. It's been a long day. Well, it's afternoon for me too. Until I've had like 10 coffees, it's still the morning. Thanks, Farmer Chaz. We're just doing a refresh right now. I'm gonna go get some all my tools to do my nutrients, and we're gonna get to it. Oh no, we're not doing the toothbrush right now. Can you please show me how you do that with an electric toothbrush? Well, I don't use the actual head of the toothbrush. It's just the vibrating device. And I just put it on the flower and I just let it vibrate. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some chat. It's raining, so I get a little break from being outside, and now I get to do indoor packing. Nice. Yes, I sense the sarcasm. Excuse me. All right. What up, token white guy? Good to see you. All right, let me go get my measuring mixing tools. Alright, so I have my nutrients here. I'm going to start with the CalMag. So we're doing half the recommended amount of bloom. I took a picture of my whiteboard the other day before I erased it. Now I can't find it. Alright, we're doing 30 mils of, for 12 gallons of water, we're doing 30 mils of CalMag, 60 mils of micro, 30 mils of grow, 90 mils of bloom. So we'll start with the CalMag. I'm going to do both buckets at the same time, 30-30. So I'll just pour a bunch. So this is Cali Magic General Hydroponics line, but obviously I'm going to be eventually making the switch. So 30 mils per bucket. I've also got my mixing spoon. I've got my big syringe. That Roma looks really sad. It looks so sad, but it's also, the water has been off now for like over an hour, and there's no water in the bottom of the bucket for it to have in the meantime, so that's why I've got to get this going. But the roots look great, so it's got to be something environmental. I think it's something to do with the humidity. Something environmental for sure. Alright, so I got 30 mils here of CalMag. Side. I think it's a humidity problem. So what happened was last night, because what did I do yesterday? I had to turn my fans off or my exhaust off for a short time during the live stream yesterday, during the show last night, and the humidity accumulated so much, and in the middle of the night, I was supposed to empty the dehumidifier, and it went like a couple of hours without, And so then I had to turn it extra to try to deplete the additional humidity. And I think maybe that made it kind of looks like old sativa that hasn't been watered in weeks. Well, it has not been watered. Yes, Doyle. So we're trying to get away from GH just because obviously that's not 100% aligned. No way that hurt TFP on Mesa. No, it did. I ripped the scab off my burn. I always hurt myself. GH has cal in it. How much cal do tomatoes and peppers need? I use half the recommended amount. Why do you keep turning the exhaust fans off? No, I think it's not enough humidity. I think it's lack of humidity is what I'm trying to say. Oscillating fans do not help with the humidity, they just move it around. No, I want humidity though. My humidity the other day was so low, and then when I started to increase, I don't have problem maintaining a higher humidity. I don't want it to get too high, right? And then sometimes it gets a little too high, so then I have to turn the desired humidity target on my dehumidifier down. And so I'm constantly trying to keep the humidity, like 55% is like my sweet spot. 50% is too dry for the plants, and 60% is when it's no longer in the safe zone for other fungal, bacterial, mold spores, all that stuff, right? Are you over 40 years old? Well, finally somebody guessed my age right. Honestly, if you see how I behave and most of the time how I talk, you'll quickly realize I'm not over 40 years old. But, whatever. Forever 21. Okay. Micro, grow, and bloom. So let me just write this down here. Today's date. I thought you were 53. Huh. Buckets. Air temperature too, yeah. Actually, habitual, my mom didn't get gray hair until she was 60. So you can be 53 with no gray hair. It is possible. Air temp, yeah, so fungus, spores, everything can kind of breed in certain unsafe temperatures, right? So I want to be careful. We try Louis Vuitton. Bernie, are you going to eat one of your Chinese 5-color peppers on tonight's live? Alright, so buckets. I hope you guys can see. Half bloom. Cow mag. 30. Okay, so I'm doing 12 gallons. Oops, 12 gallons. I'm doing 30 mils of cow mag. 60, 30, 90. So micro 60 mils. Grow is 30 mils. And bloom is 90 mils. I'm going to do that for both buckets. And then again, I make the full recommended amount in a 5-gallon bottle. And I top up the buckets as needed throughout the week. So what's the date today? We're July. What's the date today? My mom is an outlier. July 18th or 19th. What's up, Yamaseta? I hope you're right about 28. Well, that's nice. 18, yeah, no, definitely not 18. I don't know why, that's actually funny to me. When do I check pH though? I check pH first thing in the morning and before going to bed. I can't go to sleep without checking my pH. I'm so scared. I've had so many problems with crazy swings, right? I think 18 is pushing it, right? It's like 21 is like, okay, yeah, 21. Fine, sure. But 18? What's up, Staying Man? So yeah, I check pH twice a day, usually morning and night. Lights on as soon as I get here, except today I just went right for refreshing the system because there's no point if I'm emptying everything to check the pH. I mean, I could have, just for my information, which I probably should have now in hindsight, but I didn't. What's the freaking date today? July 18th. Alright. So we got our cow mag. I swear she's already high today. I swear I'm not. Soon. Very, very soon. Why? What did I do? Come on, TFP. You're 50. Don't lie. You got me. Okay. I feel like I'd be a little bit more mature if I were 50. But, whatever. Oh, I was like, okay, I'll take 18. That's so funny. Oh, God. I'm not high, I'm just stupid. That's a fact. That stressed me out so bad. You look good for 50. What? I am not 50! FFS! Anyways, I'm not even blonde, Yamaseta, so what's my excuse now, really? Oh my god, you guys are so funny. You know what? If you guys actually think I'm 53, I look fucking... Oh, excuse my language. I look great! Sorry, I try not to drop F-bombs, but sometimes I fill your reservoir for less pH things. I want to, but then when I have to do my refresh, there's so much water to clean out, and then I have more carrying, Hash. More lifting. I don't want to lift anymore. Okay, 60 mils. I'm going to come right back. Because we're going to do, actually let's do one bucket first. 60, 30, I'm going to need the syringe for that one. $60, 30, and 90. CO2 must be really high in there. Why? Because I don't shut up? I know. 90. I have a submersible pump. I know what a submersible pump is, you guys. What up, Rusty Nails? Good afternoon. Yeah, I know what a submersible pump is. What do you think is in my... What do you think my water chiller uses? Alright, I'm gonna bring this over and then I'll bring you guys over. That's what I was saying, Rusty, before you got here. I'm working on it. You're 100% right. You mixing for 12 gallons? Yeah, I'm mixing half the recommended. Thanks, Wasman. I'm using half the recommended amount of bloom. So it's, what is it, 10, 5, 15. 10 mils per gallon of micro, 5 mils per gallon of grow, and 15 mils per gallon of bloom. But yeah, Rusty Nails, you're 100% right. So what I'm working on is getting a water line from the RO system with like a shut-off valve into the tent so that I can fill my reservoirs without carrying any water. Just turn on the RO system and the line feeds into the tent, because the system and the water line is right outside the grow tent. I just need a long enough line. Then I'm going to have a second line, a drainage line, because I have a drain right outside the grow tent. Oh, thanks, Doyle. That's really nice. You don't have to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. A drain line is going to be connected to a submersible pump, which is going to, I'll turn that on when I want to drain my reservoirs, and then it'll drain directly outside the grow tent. And then if I want, I can also have a hot water line, access to a hot water line in the grow tent if I need it for like cleaning purposes, but I don't think I'll need that. So I'm working on doing that. All right, so first things first, we've got our micro. Move the water chiller out of the way. I turn it off while I do this, and I turn the pump off. I've got my mixing spoon. I've got my micro. Down enough of the large syringes today. So I got 1, 2, and 3. Micro, grow, and then we'll do our blue. And then we can do our tent tour, and then we'll pH and balance everything. Sorry if I missed anybody. Do you have the black on black hoodie on your merch site? Not yet, Doyle. I gotta get it. I will let you know as soon as it's up there. I'm actually working on fixing the website. It really needs a lot of work. I did it myself, and it's like so amateur, which I'm still going to continue to do it myself, but now I know how to do it better. What up, Storms? Good morning. But seriously, if they pretend to listen to your sage advice, they're humoring you. Kids in their 30s don't take advice, save your time. Wait, I don't know who you're talking. Are you talking to me? Move out of where? My house? Why? But seriously, I actually, Rusty, contrary to what you may believe, I'm a very open-minded individual, and I always try to listen to people's advice, and I am listening. That's why I'm working on a setup. I've purchased all the lines already. I just have to figure out how to set it up properly. The reason why my garden is successful is because I listen to everybody's advice. So I know what you're saying, but I'm not in that category. But thank you. Why do you not have a garden mat for your knees? I do. I'm just not using it. It's a V4 kneeler right here. So it's my stool, and then I flip it over and I use it as a kneeler, but it's just such a pain in the ass, and I just 2 seconds mixing nutrients. I need a commercial whisk, yeah, for sure. Oh, further back in the chat. All right. Well, sorry, I missed it. Someone was asking what advice you give. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, I swear I listen to people's advice, and I'm not moving out of my own help. What do you mean? Like, where am I gonna? What? Sorry. Sometimes I misunderstand. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? A rain collection barrel in the corner of the tent. RO to siphon into. It is already set up, Hash. I have a 70-gallon barrel outside the grow tent, ready to go. My only challenge is, how do I keep that water from being stagnant? Like, I know you could put air stones in it, but it's a V4 rain collection barrel, and it's got like a little thing at the top where, obviously, to allow like air and light can penetrate through, and so I can cover it. But how do you keep the water? Yes, I can definitely use a check valve for sure. Yeah, exact. Hash, I agree with that. I agree. If your kids can't figure it out, my opinion, like by 28, if your kids haven't figured it out, you gotta force them to figure it out. Give them the boot. I couldn't wait to move out of my parents' house. My mom, I moved out when I was 22. I mean 21. Whoops. Yeah, I knew one day I was going to give something away. An open air hose is usually better than a stone. Stones get clogged with gunk. My dad kicked me out when I was 16. Nice. Well, not nice, but not nice, I guess. Sucks. Sorry. I moved out of the house the day after graduating high school. I wish I wanted to. My mom's like, you're not going anywhere. And I remember I tried to move out a couple times, and she was literally like at the door, like, you are not going. I'm like, but I hate it here. Please, just let me freaking leave. All right. Cheers. Let's go fill the other res, and then let's go do a tent tour. Moved out at 17, had to move back in for a year-ish at 19. Nice. Yeah, I left at 22, and then at some point I had to come back for a short time. But yeah. Honestly, I was so happy to be out of the house. Like, I was so happy to be out on my own. It was the best. It was the best. I remember also, you know, I grew up amongst a group of friends where I was the first one to move out. I was the first one to have my own place. I had my own, like, a good job. And, yeah, my place was the spot to be. Everyone hung out there. I learned the truth at 17. Oh, I'm sorry, John. I have one daughter staying home while in college rather than pay for a dorm. The others were gone at 18, right? I'm saving up to get out of my parents' basement. Well, Hash, keep saving. Ways to go, I'm sure. If you're sitting on YouTube. Wait, aren't you an only child? Yes, I am an only child. I am a lonely only child. Alright, I'm gonna just mix this in. Lonely only, yes. You guys, the stream has been so good so far and so stable. I'm quite pleased. Alright, first we're going with the micro. For a sec, and we're going to do a tent tour. I will take you guys on a tent tour. So the grow tower is still kind of wilted. I came in here this morning and unfortunately it's drinking so much now. I've been filling it every single day pretty much. Now I'm going to have to be filling it more, and it's like, it's not even full. It's definitely worth the effort, Rusty. Kicked out at 15, single parent at 18, meaning man I am today. Nice, Highlander. Good for you. Stay in the basement, it's crazy out here. Yeah. Alright, tent tour. What time is it? Alright, ready? So, yesterday before the show, last night's show with Grow and Grind, I did a little seedling refresh. So every time I was doing a tent tour, I kept telling you guys, I gotta clean this up, I gotta clean this up. Oh, let me just turn this back on actually. Let me turn the other one back on. Actually, I'll turn it back on when I get there. So yeah, I refreshed the seedling tray. I added fresh water, fresh nutrients, clean trays. So these are going to be going in the orange tower in a couple of weeks. I just need them to get a little bit bigger so that they're not stretching for light. So those are all romaine. Shout out to Les. I decided to try the imperial spinach. What up, Hippie J? Good to see you. So yeah, Les sent me these imperial spinach seeds. So we're trying that out. I got a couple more romaine here, and then I've got dinosaur kale, and then 2 white Russian kales. They're looking a little yellow, but I think that's just because I topped it up with just water at the time. Now that they have some nutrients, I'm sure in the next couple of days they'll be better. I got to lower the lights again. I just had to raise them yesterday. I'll lower that in one sec. But yeah, so we got romaines here. So that's 12 plants here and 12... No, sorry. Yeah, we got 25 plants total. 25 plants total. Any plans to restart the yellow tower? Oh man, I've been getting a squirrel that is literally going into the grow tower on the balcony. I gotta figure that out, man. This squirrel is insane. Insane. I get into it every day because it's the one that I'm pretty sure dug up my dahlia bulbs in my garden. Anyways, so I would like to, but it ain't coming back inside now. I'm gonna have to bleach that shit or something. I don't know. This squirrel is insane. I had a sponge on the balcony, and it took the sponge and put it in the eaves trough like a freaking mattress, and it's like sleeping in there. It's so crazy. And then the other day I caught it like scaling the tower. I'm like, what are you doing? So honestly, I wouldn't have eaten that lettuce anyways. You couldn't have paid me to eat it. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pack it in. And yeah, Doyle, have a wonderful day. It's so good to see you. Thank you for hanging out. What up? Nope. So I also have to add my air stones back in here. I'm gonna do that probably now on the live. I got to set up my pumps and figure out where to plug them in. So yeah, the garden, I mean, it's not being watered right now, so everything's a little bit droopy. The water hasn't been on since 11:30, and I think we're almost 2:30 now, so I got to get this going. So I'll give you guys a quick tent tour. And oh my gosh, Grumpy, it gives me so much anxiety. The other day, it was 5:30 or 5:45 in the morning. I went to go check on my garden outside, and my neighbor's already like, morning, hey! I'm like, really? Like, I haven't even freaking opened my eyes yet. Just, you know, like, what the heck? Anyway, oops, what did I just do? Alright. So, everything looks a little droopy. I promise everything is healthy for the most part. The water hasn't been on for quite some time. We got the jalapeno flowers. All these flowers are popping up now. The plant itself is looking good. I got a bunch of flowers that are going to start popping up soon. And we've got the poblano pepper. This poblano plant is so big and bushy now, and I kind of ruined it because I had to lift it out of the bucket to be able to completely empty the bucket. I wiped the inside of the buckets down as well. I've never tried scorpion peppers, no. These are poblano. They're not spicy, but they're not sweet. They're kind of like an in-between. I have so many flowers that opened today. A lot of beautiful flowers over there. I ignore, but I'm also, you know, I have manners. So if someone says hi to me, obviously I'm going to say hi back, but unwillingly, of course. Yeah, poblanos are great. So this is a poblano. This is a poblano. It's smaller. Marconi Rosso, looking a little rough still, but we do have flowers opening. But I scoped I checked the plants under the scope, and I really think there's something going on. Either it's too dry, and particularly maybe the Marconi doesn't like that. I don't know. Have a wonderful day, Wassman. Thank you so much for hanging out. Anyways, we got some flowers down here, and then I got my Chinese 5-color pepper. Finally, some flowers. The Google Pixel is pixelated. Go figure. And then those are the sun golds. I need to adjust the settings on this camera. Everything looks yellow, but it's not. It's green, but everything looks... I mean, you guys have seen how lush my peppers look. I don't know why they look so yellow on this camera. Cucumbers, I got a new set of them growing. I checked the PPFD YOT, and down here it's like 400. So I don't think it's too much light. It should be around 500. Over here my PPFD is at around 600. So yeah, you get a pixel, you get a pixel. So yeah, the cucumbers are definitely growing. So I got a bunch of new Katrinas. Hopefully they all grow, because I only had a couple before. Have a great day, Highlander. So yeah. And then the eggplant flowers are popping. Those are gonna, this one will be open soon and we can pollinate. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. There's probably just too much going on. Little eggplant flowers. These are really pretty. Get purple. So that's the little finger eggplant. Yeah, so far it's been stable. So the Roma tomato plant, I haven't had any more blossoms falling yet, but we'll see what happens. Like this one looks like it's gonna fall off. Starting to get a little yellow. Maybe not. Katrina's a baddie. I mean, it's the optics of it. She looks like a baddie, but she's not. We only got 2 cucumbers. And that's probably a user error. A grower error. The cherry blasts are doing so well. Yeah, so it's the Marconi Rosso. The last time I grew it, it did the exact same thing. But I think it's a user error. Like, I think it's something with... it's something to do with my environment. Same thing that's going on maybe with the Roma. I don't know. Who knows? The Cherry Blast. This is the Cherry Blast F1. I've got a bunch of tomatoes growing on it already. Got some clusters here. I had this clipped, but it fell probably when I was doing my IPM. What's up, Fred? Yeah, welcome to the jungle. Cherry Blast F1s. Got some Cherry Blast. This one is starting to blush, I think, so hopefully we'll get some fruit soon. I broke this by accident. Or not, yeah, we'll get some harvest soon. I mean, like, we have fruit growing, I'm just waiting for a harvest. So, yeah, I mean, I had a bunch of tomatoes growing here. I don't know, they're all kind of back here. And then I have the Sun Golds, which are finally starting to ripen. I mean, that one kind of looks ready over there. You see it there? And then, I mean, these are my best producers right now so far is the Sun Golds. We've got a bunch of naders. We got some new ones growing here, and then obviously a bunch of new flowers up top. Yeah, there's like a bunch of tomatoes growing. They're just growing in between here, so it's kind of hard to spot them. I gotta do like a little inventory, you know? Where else are they? We got some over here. Got some new clusters over here. Some growing up there. Over here. So there's a bunch of them, and I just kind of have to do a little hunt, you know? I just can't wait for this to turn into a big cluster. It's, where was it? I think it was, I don't know where it is. Maybe it was up there. Oh, I got some growing here. Thanks, Storms. I think we could do better, and we will. We just got to get the environment on track. But so far, so good. I think after this refresh, every time after a refresh, everything is just so thrilled and well fed. And then I've got some other clusters that are more visible from the front here. Baby maders. A lot of flowers. Got some grown over here. Yeah, Moonbeam. You got to be careful. I think it's a calcium deficiency, and you'll see blossom end rot. So, but that usually the cherry tomatoes are pretty good. I find that cherry tomatoes are like really easy to grow. It's the other ones. While everything else is producing, my Roma isn't. So, I just love the eggplant plant right now. It's looking so beautiful. All right, let's pH our buckets. The grow tower is still a little bit wilted, so I'm kind of embarrassed to show it. Yeah, I came in here this morning and I should have added more water last night. I added water, just not enough. So yeah, we got a little bit of wilting still happening on the lettuce there. Blossom end rot can also come from being overwatered. Well, I think in my case it would be under aerated, not overwatered, right? Under oxygenated. Because I guess hydroponics, there's no such thing as overwatering, right? That's what you guys taught me. All right, so I just calibrated my pH pen last night. If only I could find it, that would be great. So I'll probably have to add a little bit of pH up because I usually do. Yeah, this is air, O'Neill. I'm just saying, like, the term I get, or the saying is like in hydroponics, there's no such thing as overwatering, it's under aerating. Alright, so got my pH pen, I calibrated it last night. Overwatering is just suffocating the roots. Yeah. Oh! Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I used half the recommended amount. That's 5.8. That's pretty good. My roots have scuba gear. Nice. I saw it. I saw Nope, Nope, Nope. I watched the premiere yesterday. Sometimes I don't participate in the chat because I'm busy doing something and I want to be able to watch, but I can't, I can't respond to people in the chat or whatever. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of pH up. What's up, Barry? Good morning. Scuba Steve. Yeah. I'm going to just go check the pH of the other bucket over there, and I'll be right back. Also turning water chiller back on. Okay, so I just have to use a bit of pH up on both. I'm just diluting some in some water right now. Oh, you can use plain water. So I do, but then it lowers the EC. And then I end up having to add more nutrients, which lowers the pH again, and I'm constantly chasing my tail. So I used to do that, and then it would lower the EC, and then I'd get like, you know, I wouldn't get fruit production, and then everyone was like, well, add more nutrients. So then making the new nutrient solution with the same ratio, I'd still be at like 5.6, 5.7, and then adding more water, again, I'm having the same problem. So that is my challenge. And so that's why initially, when I'm doing my baseline or whatever, I add pH up with water to get to my desired pH. Then I top up with a full concentration, just 2 gallons more of the full concentration. And if that pH is low, then I add water to that, because at least I'm not diluting the EC or lowering the EC by too much. What up, Sam? So that's my approach with it, only because I feel like I'm screwing up the EC that they require right now, right? It's got to be between like 1.6 and 1.8. Right now I'm at 1.5, right? Or 1.4 something, because I'm using half the recommended amount. What up, Dr. Dank Nugs? Good morning. Run water through my What about baking soda? I cannot use that in my system. No baking soda, no lemon juice. Yeah, we're using what we got. So pH up, I know people say don't use it, use water, but again, my last run, I learned that the hard way. I kept adding water. I lowered my EC so much, then I was having other problems, and then as soon as I would re-add nutrients, same freaking challenge. The pH was lower. Every time I add in, so when I'm doing a veg ratio where everything is, or, okay, if I'm doing either mild veg, transition to bloom, or seedling, the ratios are all equal parts of everything. The pH is always perfect. It's when I start to go to the bloom ratio, where I'm adding more bloom than anything else, that my pH is low. And then I have to use pH up. Otherwise, you're in flower. Why would you lower your EC if that's what your plants need? Wouldn't you just adjust your pH with another tool? Right? Am I wrong? Because my water is just 6, right? So if it's like 5.6, I'm going to have to add quite a bit of water just to bring the pH to like 5.8. So I don't feel like that's the best approach. But I could be wrong. I'm not trying to be stubborn. I'm just trying to think critically about it and trying to explain why I don't currently do that. The pH is low. No, so I think YOT, I think it's the opposite. Don't complain about pH swings. So, Hash, I'm actually not having pH swings. For the last 4 days, for the last week, I've been keeping a log, but I have the actual numbers right in front of me here. I haven't been having any pH swings. I corrected the issue. The issue was not because of pH up or anything like that. It was because of salt buildup. So because I have resolved and addressed that issue now, you know, on the 14th my pH was 5.6. On the 15th, I forgot to write it down for bucket 1, but on the 16th it went to 6.1, and it stayed like that till yesterday. The other buckets, the 14th was 5.8, on the 15th was 5.9, and on 16 it went to 6.1, and yesterday it was 6.1 as well. So to me, those aren't pH swings. Your pH is rising as your plants are consuming nutrients. The idea is to avoid using pH up, right? But, oh my God, Dr. Danknugs, it is a freaking nightmare. I want to get away from it. So much salt buildup. I'm going to be switching eventually. And rusty nails, I get it, man. I do grow in soil, but I invested in this setup. I'm not going to throw it out, right? We got to learn how to make it work for us. So while I understand that pH up is something you don't want to use if you can help it. Yeah, but I have advanced nutrients pH up, and I have this standard hydroponics pH up. So pH up is not difficult to get. It's general hydroponics pH up that's difficult to get. But you can use something else. It doesn't have to be GH. So yeah, I know that you're not supposed to use pH up. I just don't know how to execute what you guys are saying without lowering my EC. Like what I can do is change my baseline and make it the full amount of nutrients, or 3/4 the amount, and then the pH will be really low, but then I can add water to increase it, right? So there's different approaches, but I really like the way I've been doing this system. I think that the issues that I'm having with my plants, I think those are environmental, so I'm not trying to like miss the mark here and miss something that's going to help my plants, but because I took Bernie's advice and I've been keeping a log now, I can actually answer Hash and say, I don't have pH swings since I've corrected the salt buildup issue. Have I turned the pump back on for my buckets? No, I got a pH one more time because I have to, there would be less salt left behind if you were using the proper ratios. Okay, how am I using the improper ratios? I'm using half the recommended amount of the ratios that are recommended on the bottle, right? So I'm following instructions. I'm not making up my own rules. I'm not using more than I should. I'm using half the amount of everything, half the amount of CalMag. I learned if you're going to use half the amount of your ratios, of the recommended ratios of the free part, don't use the full recommended amount of CalMag. It's too much and it'll lock out other things. So now I've been using half the recommended amount of CalMag, half the recommended amount of Micro, half the recommended amount of Grow and Bloom. So I don't feel like and then it's for blooming and ripening because that's the stage that we're in, right? My water temperatures are good. Oh, nutrient ppm ratio. Well, your EC for your tomatoes should be between 1.6 and 1.8, and right now my EC is at 1.5 because I'm taking it easy. Like I said, in about 36 hours, I will be topping up with 2 gallons of. How about 30 minutes ago you were complaining about pH? Yeah, I was talking about the salt buildup in my system, and this is how I correct the issue. Every week I have to do a refresh, which includes replacing my misters, right? So pH swings are a thing if I do not take care of the salt buildup in my system. That is why we're doing a refresh, and I change my misters. But yeah, I know what you guys are saying. Ratios that were recommended for oh, I see what you're saying, Hash. Sorry. Yeah, I need to use proper nutrients. That's for tomatoes, cucumbers, etc. What's up, Palmetto? Good morning. No, everyone's trying to be helpful, Palmetto. It's so good. I mean, it's like, it's all good. It's totally fine. I honestly, when it comes to these like conversations and debates, like it doesn't, I love it because we learn, right? So, let's check our pH again and turn our misters back on. Thank you for the reminder, Bernie, because I would probably forget. So yeah, I did have pH swings, and my system, even though I'm currently not having pH swings right now, my system is very susceptible to them if I don't follow the following steps, which is refresh, replace misters multiple times a week, and check my pH twice a day. That is the protocol to make sure I stay on track. And I only use pH up when I'm doing my initial baseline feed, or whatever you want to call it, after the refresh. So I'm at 6.0, so my EC is at 1.4. 1.5. My water temperature is at 19 degrees and 6.0 pH, which I'm okay with. So I'm going to let it sit for a little longer. I'm going to run it because it's fine, but I'll write it down shortly after it circulates. 1100 ppm, that is too high, I think. That would be too, oh my god, no. I think I would just I think that would be too much nutrients for my plants, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I should exceed an EC of 2 for my tomatoes. I heard not letting the roots dry for 2 hours. Okay, you guys, sorry, I'm trying to... Jeez, okay? You guys try getting all your shit done and doing it on the live, alright? Give me a break. Alright, 6.1 and 1485. What up, Firebuds? I just need to turn this pump on for a little bit longer because I think it got a little bit of air in it, and I can hear it's not. Let it circulate for a minute. You ever drive your bike over a can so that it crushes the tire and makes a motorcycle sound? Or you can just get a motorcycle. Thanks, Storms. Appreciate it. I've got great advice for those kinds of plants, but I only do soil and without hydro right now. Nice, YOT. I'm not doing it high. They actually just popped my tire doing that. Nice. What's the climate to have them inside? Well, outside it's still summer, so I could be growing them outside, which I am. I took clones and they're starting to bounce back now. The sweet potatoes are popping outside, and in here it's 81 degrees right now, and the humidity, well, the humidity over here says, I don't know if that's correct. Let me check this. %57 humidity. I'm not allowed to have a motorcycle until I move out. I mean, Hash, I feel like it wasn't that long ago that you came on this live and you told us that you're going to be a grandfather. So, you sure? Which one were you lying about? Living with your parents or being a grandfather? So yeah, I guess that's it. Gotta replace my pisters as well. Make sure I got no leaks and stuff. He can't live with his parents and be a grandfather. I mean, they all must be young AF. Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, tonight, come hang out for After Dark. I gotta figure that out because it's gonna be a little bit of a different style stream tonight. I'm gonna be using a third party. I was lying when I told you to use plain water for pH up. Okay, so tap water? What do you mean? RO water, plain water? Old people can live with their parents, but how can you live with your parents and have children that are going to have children? Can 4 generations be alive at the same time and all of them be enough of an age where like Hash's parents could take care of him, Hash as a child who also has a baby or who's going to have a baby, like, you know? Unless they all had kids when they were like 12, then it's possible, right? I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not judging. Habitual, don't laugh at me. I ain't judging. I'm just saying. The math, I'm not good at math, but the math ain't mathin'. Hopefully the smoke isn't too bad up there. It was the last few days, Sam, but today it's like pouring and thunderstorms, so, and we just got a tornado warning, so hopefully everything's good. It's like, let me just check the weather. We're all gonna die! No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it looks like the sun is out now. Okay, well. It's all good, Grumpy. If you're there, we always love to have you there, and if not, we'll post the replay. I never use pH up. I know, Bernie. I just don't know what, I mean, we can talk about it on After Dark, or we can chat about it later. I just don't know what the approach is then. I want to maintain my EC. Adding water is going to dilute my solution, and I don't want to do that. Also, the pH of my water is 6, so it's not going to change. I would never use pH up either. Why are you taking me serious today about where I live? I'm taking, anyways. I don't know. What's up, Zilens? YOTIM in Canada, yeah. Rest of the village should be destroyed. Seriously. Lots of Asian and South American countries. Multi-generational households. Okay, yeah, maybe 3 generations. 4 seems like, I mean, that's cool, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's great. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't know. It's not that I'm trying to take you seriously. I'm trying to catch you in a lie. I'm trying to figure out who's Hash. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I don't know what to do in this situation where you don't want to use pH up, you don't want to use pH down, you can't use lemon juice, you can't use baking soda, you're using the correct ratios, you're only using half the recommended amount. Using more water to increase your pH will only dilute your solution, lowering your EC. What the F do we do? Anybody? Anybody? Connor, that is so not a nice thing to say. We all can respect how everyone does things here. We don't need to respond that way. That's rude. My pH right now is 6.1 because I used pH up. Before it was 5.7. And then the other bucket was 5.6, which even though it's still within range, I would rather it be closer to 5.9 or 6. Your EC is too high. No, Rose. In fact, I'm only using half the recommended amount. For tomatoes at this stage, flowering and ripening should be at 1.6. My EC right now is 1.4. It's too low. It's too low. Rurales is also Canadian. Ditch hemp. That doesn't matter. That's Solo Hobo. What's up, Solo Hobo? So yeah, guys. I've never noticed everyone in this chat trying to kill your garden. People that don't know upset me. Actually, Connor, I gotta tell you something. The only reason why my garden looks this good... Okay, actually, Rusty, that's not true. Hash has helped me. Hash, Bernie, and Cavs. Well, everyone else in the chat too. But everyone has helped me. Like, I'm indebted to you guys. The only reason, Connor, that my garden looks this good is because of everyone that people call a troll or saying that, why would you do this, why would you... They help me so much that is the only reason why my garden looks good right now. If I wasn't listening to people, my garden would look like shit, honestly. You guys should see, go to my YouTube channel and watch my first videos. My first videos, I had no idea what I was doing until I came on these lives, and then people started telling me what to do. Is their approach the best? I mean, in the beginning it wasn't. I cried all the time on these lives because people would tell me what to do and I felt like they were criticizing me. But then I started to have an open mind and remove my emotion out of it and really listen. And I have learned such a great deal, and I'm not trying to have an ego about it. So nor should you, right, Connor? So be nice. You want to be here, you got to be nice, okay? And bugging with her with all the Rusty, he's not bugging me, man. That's the dynamic, and Hash is a good guy, so he's not a troll, okay? Hash has helped me a great deal in my garden. So, yeah, thank you. So yeah, even if you are trolls and you are giving me bad advice, that is okay, because part of being a good gardener is learning how to discern good information from bad information and own your garden. Try your EC. Rising shows that your plants drink water. No, Rose, my EC lowers throughout the week. My log, it's lowering every day. So they're drinking the nutrients and leaving behind the water. That's the only reason why I started logging. So for example, on the 16th, my EC was 1.5, July 16th in the tomato buckets. And on the 17th, it was 1.2. The 420 captain, check out the Fresh Princess After Dark. I am very easily distracted, and it's a good thing. It makes this chat fun. I like engaging with you guys, and I like having these conversations. I think this is the way we learn. But Rose, you're right. So what Rose is saying in the beginning, that is what my buckets were doing. So Rose, you're not wrong. 2 weeks ago when I was having issues and salt buildup, my EC was rising and my pH was rising. So you're not wrong. It's just now I think I've corrected the issue. And the only reason why I know that is because I listened to advice from the chat. I listened to Bernie. Bernie told me keep a log every day. Write down your pH, write down your EC, and try to monitor the behavior of your buckets, right? How are your plants uptaking? Are your buckets circulating? What's your water temperatures like? And really get a sense of what is happening. Because then problems, oh, we disconnected for a minute. We're back. That is still not good. What do you mean, Rose? Sounds like a kindergarten teacher talking to her class. So yeah, I don't know, Rose. I could be totally wrong. Now my pH is rising slightly as the plants eat nutrients, and my EC goes down. But I gotta watch it every single day, right? Your Roma needs less than the other plants. You have to keep your smaller plants separate. Yeah, so Rose, I actually saw your message. I meant to respond. So I can't move this tomato right now because I don't have any other bucket systems. The ones that the After Dark plants are sitting on is not connected. I don't have another water chiller. I don't have another set of light. I know, I understand what you're saying, and I'll have to map that out. Maybe the Rome, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You are the only one that knows what is actually going on in your garden. If something is wrong with your plants, you have to have an idea where to start. Right. And the thing is, if you don't have the knowledge, sometimes you don't know where to start. But you guys have given me a really good foundation for, you know, is it environmental? Like, is it your climate, your environment? What's your humidity? What's your temperature? What's your water conditions like? You know, are they getting enough oxygen? Are they getting enough light? Are they getting enough nutrients? Is the pH right? It should take water and newts in balance. Ah! Ow! 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 My arm was itchy, and then ow! Ow! Ow, man! This effing burn. You know when burns are bad, they scab over, and then my arm, it's itchy, so I didn't pay attention. I scratched the scab right off, and it's about to start bleeding. It's so small, I know I'm a little bitch about it, but it really effing hurts. But yeah, so Bernie, you're 100% right. You're only, you need to know what's going on in your garden, and you need to have a good sense of what's going on. But the way I learned how to identify that is through you guys and by listening to you guys, right? So I appreciate you guys so much. I really mean it when I say that this garden would not be anywhere near where it was, or near where it is. I would not have changed my setup. I would not have learned about airflow. I would not have learned about nutrients. I wouldn't have even probably switched my nutrients. I would still be using organics in an aeroponic system. Truly, I put in the work and I execute. You guys are the ones that help me so much. I'm indebted to this community. You guys are the reason why this garden looks the way it does. When it looks like shit, I'll take the blame. But when it looks great, I will give you guys the credit. How about that? So yeah, everybody. That's my rant for the day. Yeah, I gotta get polysporin. I have polysporin. I'll put it on. I'm just, you know what? I'm of the school. I just rub some dirt in it, you know, whatever. So I didn't put anything on it, and there you go. I ripped the scab right off, you guys. Gross. Yeah, I give myself the credit for putting myself out there, putting my journey out there, being very transparent about it, so that experienced growers like yourselves can respond. And yeah, it's a little treat for the end. A thank you to all of you that have helped with my garden. There you go, everybody. No, but for real, I take credit for listening, because yeah, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am today. So thank you guys for having the courage. You know, some people don't want to say, you know, what other people are doing wrong. They just are polite and kind and participate, and they allow you to screw up, and they don't help you at all. So, you know, for every person, even if it's shitty advice, for every person that has come into this chat and suggested something, even if it doesn't even apply to my garden, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone so much. I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful. So give you guys one last spin of the garden, and I mean, tonight we'll see the difference, right? I'll show you guys tonight. Have I drank water today? No. A lot of coffee, but no water. I probably should. Connor, I wish, but in aeroponics, you'll always have to check your pH. Unfortunately, that's just how growing in these types of systems work. Manuka honey. Yes, Manuka honey is. It's got, what is it? Antifungal and antihistamine or something. Anyways, what's up, Hawaii? Good suggestion. But yes, Connor, I appreciate it, but you know, we never put down other people's suggestions here. It's a free-for-all. You guys have a suggestion, feel free to comment, but don't bash other people's suggestions. Even if you think they're wrong, it's just a respect thing. And this is the way we keep the community, we keep the community harmonious by just having general respect for one another. Not everyone is going to grow the same way. Not everyone's going to like the way I grow. It's a waste of money. It's a large footprint. It is not sustainable. But I like it, and I'm the one that's paying for it, right? So it's just one of those things where just be kind, first and foremost, okay? That's the most important message. Just be kind. Can you look into reservoir size in EC? What do you mean, Rose? Not one thing was bashing anyone. When you say what the fuck to what somebody said or what the hell, that is kind of bashing. It's not a polite approach. I'm not here to school anybody on manners, but manners are really important to me, and if people can't respect each other, then yeah, I gotta say something, right? But Connor, I know you're coming from a good place. I don't know you, but I like to see the best in everybody. So thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, just try to keep the what the hell or what the F or whatever it is. Even if it's crazy, just chill. It's all good, man. Nobody's dying, and we're all good. Your EC changes with the size of your reservoir. Correct, Rose. I could add more water and have a larger reservoir full of water, but then it's too much to carry me, or for me to carry me. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I can't even freaking talk. It's too much to carry. It's a lot to carry when I'm doing my refresh. So, yeah. Can I ask, why don't you use vinegar or lemon juice in your system? Can somebody tell me why I shouldn't use vinegar or lemon juice? I know that I'm not supposed to. I just don't know why. Is it going to corrode my system or corrode my misters, or there's something, right? Anyways. Yeah, you know what? It's, because you're not making lemonade. But what if it's a bad day and life gave me some lemons, Hash? Then what? What up, Pastry Mason? Lemon juice is going to cause your pH to have a lot of slime in your system. Airstone raises my pH. Someone said I have the wrong ones. Know anything about that? Zelens, I have no idea. I know that it can help with pH. I just don't know what kind you have. Are they just like... Are they, if they're the blue ones, I know I had nightmares with those because they just break down and then they kind of sit in your system and it alters your pH, but I don't know enough about it. No, so Mia, some people use lemon to adjust their pH, but if you're growing in like soil and stuff, so it's not going to spoil your garden if you're using it in small amounts. I just don't think you're supposed to use it in a sterile system, that's all. But it won't kill your plants if you're using it sparingly, just like you would use pH up or down. I have a very small system. I'll keep an eye on that. My pumps are external. Nice. The small blue ones, yeah. So Zelens, I had the small blue ones, and they turn into like a blue sludge within a few weeks, and the roots like eat them. So I use, what up, Stoner Dude? So I use a combination. I got these gray ones from Amazon. These are good. They're like 1-inch ones, I think. They're really good. And then I got these long ones from PetSmart or Walmart or something, a local pet store. And those are good too. They don't break down. I do have to clean them like once a week because they do get algae from this tray setup. I can't believe how much these drank already. I just filled it yesterday. So yeah, everybody, oxygen messes with your pH. You should use a low power pump to make small movement instead. Yeah, everybody, so there's the garden. But yeah, honestly, thank you guys so much for helping me. I really, really, really appreciate it. I have so much fun learning, and I'm really getting to enjoy my garden now, and I'm enjoying the experience because I'm really starting to understand what it all means. And I'm kind of gaining, not an ego, I'll never have an ego about it, but I'm gaining a little bit of confidence. Confidence that I'm still going to screw up, but enough confidence to be able to know how to fix it. So that's cool. And that's thanks to you guys. Yeah, Barry, I know you're saying in general. I just read it out loud because it is helpful. Such a wealth of knowledge. Yes, so Terry, there's no community like this community. Any organic material will break down effective pH, PDM. Right. Thanks, Connor. So yeah, everybody, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Hope everyone has a great rest of their Saturday. Tonight, it's going to be fun. Come hang out for After Dark, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Bernie and I, we're going to be talking about our grow along. The plants are starting to flower now, which is exciting. I'll be doing an unboxing of the edibles that I consume and enjoy, and I'll be, just talking a little bit about those. And I think we're going to cut some clones tonight. Right, Bernie? Right? What up, Eda Arrow? So yeah, come hang. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I will schedule it as soon as I can. Just trying to figure out the restream. I'm going to be using another streaming service to try to make things better. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your day, a positive rest of your day, and seriously, I really thank you guys so much. Like, you guys mean so much to me. Thank you so much. Connor, there's nothing to apologize for. Just, not you specifically, but everyone in general. We should all practice manners always, anywhere in life. And I'm not trying to preach, but, at least here in this space, right? We should all be polite and respectful. Have a great day, everybody. And don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. We can make it to 100, can't we? Come on. Please. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to beg. All right, everybody. See you tonight. Have a good one. Peace.